So this is the Laplace transform for the t raised to n times e raised to at u. And we are going to multiply again this to the kernel transform, which is the e raised to negative st dt. So by multiplying the same base, we are just going to add the exponent. So by doing that, we are the outcome will be t raised to n times e raised to a minus b times t dt. So, in order for us to get that integration, we are going to use the integration by parts. So, these are the values for that. And by using the formula uv minus integration of v du, and t time raised to n times a over a minus s times e raised to a minus s times t minus the v du, which is the integration of 1 over a minus s times e raised to a minus s times t times n t raised to n minus 1 dt. So this part has no integration. So we are just going to evaluate the value, and we will come up to this equation. So in this equation, you will substitute the infinity to all the t's, and the answer for that will become 0, and that will just be cancelled. And for the VDU, we are going to factor out the coefficients which are the n and the negative 1 over a minus s. So this will be the answer for that. The n over s minus a times the integration of e raised to a minus s times t raised to n minus 1 dt. So again, we are going to do the integration by parts here. So these are the values, and by using again the formula uv minus integration of v du, this will be the answer. So by bringing down the coefficient, the n over s minus a here, and the uv, this one, and again these values are able to be evaluated because it has no integration. So the answer will be this one, the infinity raised to n minus 1 times a over a minus s times e raised to a minus s times infinity. And the answer for that will be 0 minus 0 raised to n minus 1 times 1 over a minus s times e raised to negative a raised to a minus s times 0 will also become 0. And for the VDU, we will come up with this. We are just going to factor out the coefficients, which are the n minus 1 and the 1 over a minus s. And we will come up with this equation. And again, we are just going to do the same process, which are going to integrate this equation by parts. And again, by using the formula uv minus integration of v du, and by bringing down the coefficients, this will be the answer. So again, the uv will become 0, and the vdu will become this equation. And by factoring out again the coefficients of the VDU, will come up to be n times n minus 1 times n minus 2 over s minus a times s minus a squared plus integration of e times e raised to a minus s times t raised to n minus 3 dt. And that is it. And if we are going to integrate this again, we will use again the same process, and the values for the coefficients will become n times n minus 1 times n minus 2 and n minus 3 over s minus a times s minus a squared times s minus a cubed. And by doing the same process all over and all over again, we will come up with this final equation, which is the n factorial over s minus a raised to n plus 1. So, the Laplace transform for the t raised to n times e raised to a times t will become this equation.